friends, welcome back to Cat's Chat, the critical thinking channel. I want to thank you all for all your lovely comments on my last video. I really appreciate it. And, I love getting involved with the community and having discussions about what's going on. So you're all amazing. I love this community and I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. And if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. I'd absolutely love to have you here. Today we are going to be looking at the Milky Chai versus Amber Lynn argument. I think there's some very interesting points in there that are worth looking at with behavioural issues. I am not a licensed therapist or a mental health nurse. I have worked in mental health for a while, so I do have a bit of experience, but I am not qualified to be a mental health professional. If things in this video resonate with you, there's a trigger warning. Please look after yourselves and make sure you go and see a professional if you need to and look after yourselves. So before we start, I just want to read this to you. What is demeaning behaviour? Demeaning behaviour is an action or communication that makes someone else feel inferior or less valued than they actually are. This behaviour comes in different forms of expression of demeaning behaviour may include verbal, non-verbal, and overt behaviours. One of the most insidious aspects of demeaning behaviour is as it often happens gradually over time. The person who is being demeaned may not even realise what's happening until their mental health has eroded away. Now, I feel like this is very important to begin with, to kind of plant the seed in our heads of what's to come, because Amber is very good at this. Don't really like to say Amber's good at a lot of things, but we will go through it and we will point things out and I will talk about the behaviours as they come. So, yeah, let's get into it, guys. And thank you again for being here.
Ready? Oh my god, I'm so
All right,
excited.
let me drag her out.
Until we get 50, right?
Yeah, yo, can we
Milky?
get a 50 so I can take a shot? This is Milky, guys. I don't know if you know who
Who's
Milky is, but like Milky is a person. Milky is a person.
Are they a person,
Is
Scooter?
this a subscriber?
No, well, I mean, you could say that. She is a viewer of sorts, but like she's not a what's up, Milky? What's up?
Hi.
Oh,
Hi,
okay.
besties. How you doing?
Wait, she has pink hair.
Dude,
She's gonna be matching you guys soon.
Oh, true. I forgot about that. Yeah, we have to dye our hair pink.
Mine.
So, excuse my, my background. I hope you don't mind. I just really loved what you did with Twinkie's nails. I thought I loved the length.
Wait, I can't even
love
tell
the
what
color.
your background is. Oh, if I look over on my laptop. Oh, okay. So this photo you're referring to is actually about 10 years old.
It's not though, babe.
Maybe like 8.
Not.
8.
No.
How
Dude,
old
I
is
love her
2026.
accent.
It's 2026.
Last year. It's last year.
I mean,
that
aren't her
photo
claws extended?
There are new
though?
ones. There are new
Sweetheart.
photos.
Sweetheart.
Cute,
Sweetheart.
though.
Sweetheart.
Claws are
Cute. Love the
Can I
length.
say something?
Love the
Can I
length.
say something?
I'm
Hi.
trying not to goon.
That floor is from when I lived with Eric and Ricky.
Oh, so it's okay then if it was ages ago?
No, I'm just saying you just lied.
Okay, so it's okay then, though.
I'm just saying you just lied.
Let's establish this.
Okay,
where is
then.
this picture from? Because like Milky said it was from a year ago.
There's an update image from a few weeks ago, but this showed the image better.
A few weeks?
Okay.
This is from when I lived with Eric and Ricky when I was bedbound, and
oh, so you abused your dog when you were bedbound? My bad.
Well, hold up.
Hold
up.
Sometimes is not abuse
already.
Well, yeah, let's not go too crazy right off the bat.
Let me fucking speak. If you want to come at me for something I did, let it be something like recent. That would be fun. Not stuff I've already talked about 1,000 times over.
So I feel this is an unfortunate start to this, because if you're going to get Amber that upset straight off the bat, you are not going to get anything out of her. When someone is patronising or condescending in an argument, they are speaking or acting a way that implies they see themselves as superior and their perspective as more valuable, often belittling the other person. What patronising means? Patronising behaviour occurs when someone talks down to another person, often giving advice, explanations, or feedback in the way they suggest they're less knowledgeable and incapable. It's a subtle form of belittlement. What condescending means? Condescending behaviour is similar but generally more explicit. It involves showing attitude superiority with a tone or words that signal the speaker believes they are above the listener intellectually, morally, and socially. So we have seen this with Amber on many occasions, and unfortunately, in this scenario, yeah, it's like Milky's already lost, unfortunately.
I
What does it
mean,
matter?
It does matter. When I've talked
Why does
about
it
it
matter?
1,000 times over.
wait, do you have any footage of her like stabbing somebody or stabbing a dog? Is the best pony, dude. She's a generous one.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Milky, what do you think of that dono sound? Do you like it? Like the little song that plays? I think it's a banger.
Love it.
Yeah, thank
I mean, I
you.
can feel a cold
Finally.
breeze, but it's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
So are you going to come at me for something that happened?
Out.
Hold up. Sorry, sweetie. Are you going to come at me for something that happened that I haven't talked about 1,000 times over? Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, sure. So you said that like
Oh,
diaries.
wait, before you go, I mean, before you start speaking, don't do anything that's doxing, personal, private, etc. Because I know how your reaction channels are. You're crazy.
Okay.
All right, go.
Okay. So you said diaries are like proof. You compared yours to Anne Frank's, I believe, right? So I figured
Yes.
because I wrote it down, it must be true, right? Like yours are. So let's discuss the
Okay.
fact. I'd love to know how you let Beck wipe your ass
Okay.
because you had muscle
you're going.
loss, but within the
Okay.
few days of you breaking up with Beck and finding Jade, you magically healed this muscle loss and no longer needed to be wiped. What was your
Okay.
miracle cure?
So your timeline is wrong, and again, we are
I
discussing.
would love to hear your miracle
I
cure as to why you
fucking
needed
speak,
your
you
One at a
ass
time,
wiped,
guys.
but
One
you
at
no
a
longer
time.
need.
I mean, we play devil's advocate on here, so in fairness, she's talking about her personal care, which is going to be a touchy topic for anybody. So yeah, she's already gone straight in for the defensive. If someone is name calling and shouting at you in an argument, they are likely a narcissist or someone with narcissistic traits. Few incidences of name calling here and there are forgivable, but if it happens repeatedly, it is verbal and emotional A. Name calling erodes self esteem and self identity of the victim over time, decreasing the trust and safety it creates a toxic environment in the relationship. However, the intention of the name caller may not always be bad. Name calling is typical in kids and adults who name call are therefore acting like children. It's a sign of low emotional intelligence and emotional immaturity. Name callers usually attack your physical appearance, personality, actions, beliefs, and name. Since all these are essential aspects of your identity, you feel personally attacked by name calling, and that is the point. That's what Amber is doing. It's also an isolation tactic, which we will talk about a little bit later. Poor communication. When someone is angry, frustrated, and disappointed, instead of communicating their emotions openly, they're likely to resort to name calling to communicate their hurt. Hurt people hurt people. If someone is name calling you, it's probably because they're hurt by something you did. Instead of communicating their hurt, they hurt you back. And it also puts into defensive mode, creating a cycle of hurt. The next time someone name calls you, try asking them something like, "Why are you so hurt? What did I do to hurt you?" And this should help to de-escalate that situation in a normal environment. Like this is extenuating circumstances. Like Amber wants people to perceive her in a certain way, and Milky's threatening that. But Milky also needs to back off a bit to try and make Amber feel safe. I know that sounds so stupid, but the way she's acting, like she came in with the defense, and which made Amber come in with the defense, and now we're not going to get anywhere.
And one at a
I'll
time, let
take
her
you off my
respond.
show.
I'd love to know.
Okay, so one, how is my hygiene any of your business? That's the first question.
Because you put it out there.
Who put it out there? Let's redo that. Who put it out
You
there?
and the people you put online and you platformed.
Welcome to Ban World.
So just because my ex
Mhm.
put something out there means I have to speak about it when it's my personal stuff.
I think when you film your own hygiene routines, I think it's fair game.
Wiping?
Ban World, baby.
Sure, yeah.
She posted videos of herself wiping on the internet.
Have I ever wiped on camera?
I'm not talking. No, I'm asking. why you have magically cured your muscle loss, unless you actually didn't need to be wiped and you like the sick
like I said in
pleasure
the
of
beginning of
Becky
this,
wiping you.
like I said in the beginning of this, you're also talking about something that happened almost 6 years ago.
Well,
I don't care when you're abusing your ex. I
Okay,
don't think abuse has a timeline.
you
Were
know,
you there, honey? Were
I don't
you
care.
there?
yeah, let's not
Back.
just hop to like blanket statements like, oh, she was abusing her ex, because like muscles do
I think
regenerate over time.
Would you argue that if you didn't need your ass wiped and you were having your partner doing it, it's not some sort of mental, physical, and arguably
And
sexual abuse by having her touch you
Can
when
I
she doesn't want
also
to?
can I also add in, Beck did not stop doing that when we broke up. They stopped way prior to that.
Thank God. Oh, thank God. I'm so glad that
You
she didn't
didn't
have to
know
keep
that?
wiping your crack.
If you're gonna be a sarcastic, passive bitch, you can get the fuck off of my show.
Yeah, you're not really being a fair player
Everything
here.
that you have said has been from years ago, and it's actually comical.
Oh, so that's okay then. Okay, do you want to do more? Do you want to do more new stuff?
Let's do something more recent, because like, look, here's the deal: people can change over time. Like, we've all made mistakes in our past.
Before you continue,
said,
if it has anything to do with like rumors regarding my current girlfriend, you can just shut your trap now.
Yeah, I just don't think like Milky was properly prepared or understood what was going to happen. Like, it's one thing seeing Amber on a channel be manipulative; it's quite another facing a manipulator. So, ideally, I would have liked it to be somebody who understood it and knew the signs and could just stay calm and not react the way Amber's reacting, because that's exactly what she wants. And it does make Milky just look a little bit childish in the same way Amber is, in my opinion. But let me know if you think I'm wrong. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to say I did manage to crop out all of the PTSs. It took ages, but you're welcome. I hope you appreciate that, because my brain is definitely over that song now. Demeaning behaviour and how to respond. How to recognise demeaning behaviour. Recognising demeaning behaviour in others can be challenging because it can occur subtly, but the warning signs are verbal insults or put-downs, non-verbal behaviours like sighing, rolling of the eyes, or looking distracted, physical behaviours such as pushing, shoving, and aggressive or other aggressive physical actions, undermining your confidence by questioning your abilities or belittling your accomplishments. How to respond. Stay calm and assert your boundaries, clearly stating that mocking is unacceptable. Avoid giving the mocker an emotional response they seek. Walking away can be effective. Seek support from trusted friends and family members. While mimicking can be natural or even social positive, mocking is intentional ridicule that conveys disrespect and can harm your self-esteem. Recognizing the intent behind these actions is crucial to managing the conflict.
This is becoming monotonous.
The only thing she's changed is her fucking waistline.
Oh, so you're fatphobic.
Oh, wow, you're
very, yes.
weight?
Well, no, I'm more cunt-phobic, not fat-phobic. I'm cunt-phobic.
That's why you
so
bring
you
up the waistline.
Anyways, so
ooh,
back
you
to what I
got
was
me.
saying. Didn't I say do not bring up anything to do with my current girlfriend? And you said okay. So you didn't respect those boundaries.
No. You said rumors. That's a text message from her.
Well,
that's not a
I don't
rumor.
want you to. I don't want her name or her thought in your brain, you dumb bitch. Move on to something that I have done that has affected your dumb ass.
Question: the person you're dating. So does she get like kill two
Well,
death rats, get one
okay,
for free?
no.
Or
I think we
I don't
should.
give a fuck.
I think we should be able to respect her current relationship. I don't want to talk about something that's not even on the stream. I feel like that's a fair enough thing, because like Emily's not here to give her side of things. Like
I agree with you. Sorry. At the end of the day, is she kill two death rats, get one for free?
we're not
because
doing
you
that.
said she
We're
was
not
feeding you. She said you were feeding. You said you were feeding her.
Yeah,
that she overfed
look,
you.
we're not gonna get into like shit about her like literally acting. I feel like that's crossing
So
the
I-
line.
Living with each other.
So
right
when do
now,
I talk about? Like the last 24 hours? The last 48 hours?
I mean, what do you?
timeline?
I mean, this is, dude. You wanted to come up here
with
like
your
this
current
is.
argument, hold on, Scooter. Even with your current argument, you're like putting down a victim. If what you're saying is true, and
I don't think
her
she's a
girlfriend
victim.
is a feeder,
I don't think she's a victim.
why not?
What do
You
you mean,
just
why
said
not?
that her.
Well,
You just
okay,
said that you
why
think that
not?
the
Is
girlfriend
because
is
like
a
you're
feeder.
accusing her girlfriend of one thing, and then you're like saying, oh well, she's not like you're kind of like presenting two conflicting arguments here. If I'm honest, like
I
that's
don't
just the
think
way
so. I mean,
it
two
seems.
things can be right at once,
abusive.
right? Can two things be right at once? Can you be an abuser and also be abusive?
You're such
And
a dumb bitch.
does one cancel out the other?
Okay, so I've learned a long time ago when you're in a heated debate with somebody that swearing doesn't get you anywhere. And I know I've been accused of pearl clutching before because I don't swear constantly in my videos, but that's just who I am as a person. Like, because of the job I do, like, I'm wired up that way. That's just who I am. But Milky calling her the C word all the time is just not going to help that situation at all. In fact, if I had to say, Scooter is the person who's actually having this debate the right way. He's not swearing, he's getting his point across, he's getting his facts correct, and he's not in any way agitating the situation. He's just saying, I feel and I think, which is exactly what you should do. But the other, no, like, Sweet Tea's doing it as well. Not that I can hear her very much, but she is. And yeah, just she didn't really go in there with a lot of facts. She was just like saying, well, you're this and you're that. Like when she said there were text messages, she could have gone, here's the text messages. You know, it could have been thought out a bit better. Even with the short amount of time, you would have got like, I would have probably got points I want to get across with the facts with it, maybe 3 or 4 points, because you know you're not going to get much out of them. So you just have bits that you want to get answered for and evidence to back that up ready. That's what I personally do, but let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, or let me know if you handled it differently. But I don't think swearing at each other is going to get anybody anywhere at all. But yeah, let's carry on. How self-awareness is the ability to understand and reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and behavior and how they align with your values and how others perceive you. It is essential for personal growth and decision making, and it enhances your understanding of yourself and your interaction with others. To develop self awareness, you can engage in mindful practices, seek feedback from others, and reflect on past experiences. Philosophically, it involves recognizing your individuality and personality traits, which can help you navigate various situations in life. Cultivating self awareness is considered a vital skill for both personal and professional development. So, yeah, in this scenario, for example, if you feel yourself getting angry or feel yourself getting like upset or feel like you're responding the same way they're responding to you, then having the self awareness to know that and to know when to step back or to know when to kind of change the tone of the debate is very, very important thing to learn. It takes a long time to learn self-awareness for sure. It's not an easy thing, but once you have it, if you're ever in a situation like this, I mean, it's highly unlikely, but if you are, or if you come across somebody with personality disorders or traits, if you're aware of how you are responding to it, that helps you kind of set the boundaries as well, if that makes sense. So
$19.99. So did Becca abuse Twinkie? Could she not have trimmed her nails?
I do have to ask you, Milky, could that be the case?
My response to this is at the end of the day that they're Amber's animals and she should be the one looking after them the best she can. It isn't really up to Beck. I mean, like, if you have a partner who's kind enough to take on your animals as well, that's really lovely. But it's not 100% their responsibility then to look after those animals. You know, like, for example, I had a partner when I had a dog, but I took my dogs for the walk. I took my dogs to the vet. I took my dogs to the groomers. And yeah, sure, if I was bedbound and I couldn't move, I would hope that that person would pick up the slack in that moment. But, you know, she hasn't always been ill, and the rest of the time, those animals have not looked very well kept. So there really isn't an excuse. And even if that couldn't, I'm sure somebody would have, or like you can hire dog walkers or groomers and stuff. So yeah, there isn't really an excuse to put all that on somebody else when they're your pet.
Chatted $20. Why is this girl bringing up a past? I guarantee we'll have one. Just saying. And when you dye your hair pink, make sure you get your roots.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'll be done my hair
Listen,
pink
It's
next
looking
week.
pretty
I do
crazy
not
coming out
mind
by
her
those
being
black
here.
roots.
I do not mind her being here. I do not mind being confronted with things. But when you're so hypocritical and you're confronting me with things from literal over 1,000 days ago, think about that with your brain, okay? It does not matter anymore. And you want to know why? Because these are things that I have learned from, talked about, and changed. I cannot take accountability. Shut the fuck up.
How have you changed?
Let her
Bitch,
finish.
yes,
Let her
no
finish.
on the, oh my god.
$99. Who is this Temu streamer? No green screen having scrub. Y'all need shots.
You.
Oh,
I appreciate that. I'm trying to get
How
fucked
about
up.
a lot of shots from
Red
you?
from green. Anyways.
Now, look, I see what. Oh god, dude, my ears are just falling off tonight. I apologize. No, I see what she's saying because, like, you know, like people can change over time, and like I do feel like Amber Lynn's taking responsibility for someone. Let me ask you this: do you feel like people can move on from past mistakes?
Most definitely, but when they continue making the same behavior and the same mistakes continuously, you're a bit like,
my love. Hi, sweetie. When it comes to Twinkie, what have I done, even in the last couple years, that shows that she is not taken care of?
When someone calls you love or sweetie during an argument, it can be interpreted in various ways. It may be a way to soften the tension or create more amicable atmosphere. However, it could also be a way to assert dominance or control in the argument. The tone and context of the call are crucial in determining its meaning. If the call is made with calm and composed demeanour, it might be a way to diffuse the situation. If the call is made in anger and frustration, it could be a way to provoke or challenge another person. It's important to consider the overall situation and the person's behaviour to interpret the intent correctly. Now, this one, you can tell that it's an assertion of dominance. She's trying to make Milky look stupid. And to be honest, Milky isn't really doing herself any favours. Like I said before, she hasn't come with any facts. She's just blurting stuff out, and that's not the way to do this with Amber.
$1,435 super chatted $20. Hey guys. Love your content. ALR, what do you feel will have changed by the time you go back to your own channel? Do you feel like anything in your personality has gotten better or worse since LCU?
I'm stronger.
Well, how about the fact just last week on this live stream, as a cancer survivor, you wished it on someone else?
Do you know the lore about Boogie?
Doesn't matter.
It does fucking matter.
No,
Are
it
you part of the
doesn't.
LCU
No, it
and do you know the
doesn't.
things that people say
I know
about
who
him?
Boogie is. I know.
Bro, you are dumb, bro.
Dude,
You
But
have
why does that make it okay?
High horse.
Okay, yeah.
Why
Well,
does
You have nothing.
why does
You
it make
look
it okay?
dumb.
So it's
Where
okay
the
to
fuck
be
is your mama?
abusive.
Get your mama up here right the fuck now, because we now have beef, bitch. You
Yo,
want to
you're
talk?
gonna cry the green off. Calm down. Calm down.
calm
You're gonna
down.
cry the
I
green
had
off.
cancer.
Girl.
Somebody fake.
1,823 super chatted $19.99. None of you care about Emily, you hate her. Why do you keep pretending you care that her and Amber got into a fight? Also, wow, the woman who couldn't take care of herself had a hard time caring for her pets. Shocker.
Yeah, big
Don't have pets then.
surprise.
Done.
And guess
Don't have
guess
pets.
who takes care of herself now independently? Me. Guess who takes care of her pets? Me.
So now that you're bigger, you're bigger now and can take care of yourself.
Not bigger
But
now.
you needed people to wipe you.
She's lost weight, has she not?
Lost
You
weight.
know I was bedbound. I couldn't even stand for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sit down to chop a zucchini.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see me dancing now? For minutes at a fucking time? The change is immaculate. I can walk a fucking mile, bitch. I'm sure you can too. It's not the point. My point, see, you're laughing because you're fat phobic. And Scooter, I swear to fucking God,
Come
I
on.
will talk to
I'm
Keen
cunt
and your ass
phobic.
will be off of this motherfucking
Calm
show in a
down.
heartbeat.
Calm down.
Breathe,
Okay,
girl.
we're having a
Calm.
conversation here, and look, I won't be honest. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
Scooter, it's a conversation for you because you're not fucking part of it, bro. You're just
You're not
sitting back and
mediating.
cashing in the money.
I am trying to mediate here, and here's what I'll say. I feel like Milky's been a little bit ingenuous. Okay, I don't know. Stupid's a strong word, but like, you know, pulling up shit from like 15 years ago, that's one thing. Like,
Look, I finished university. I know I'm not stupid. I'm good.
The whole
that doesn't
Emily
mean
got
shit.
scratched, but you're saying Emily's a feeder to Amber.
Because both things can be true at once. You can be a victim and an abuser. But being a victim doesn't wipe out what you did as an abusive person.
Milky,
I was talking,
you don't
but carry
care. You don't care.
Well,
you're just doing this for views and money. You don't care.
Wait, so you admit that?
You don't care.
You wouldn't be here if you wasn't getting paid.
Wait, so hold up.
You
No,
don't
I
care,
gotta
though.
defend
I'm
Amber Lynn
talking
for a
about
sec.
myself.
Because like a lot of these reaction channels will like say, "Oh, I care about Amber Lynn. That's why I do this." No, you're straight up. You just care about the views and the money. That's correct.
Views, the money, the entertainment.
In my humble opinion, she just lost all credibility then with them. Like, she just lost, essentially. She just lost. She lost at the beginning by retaliating to Amber, but it's definitely game over now. She's really, I don't know, it's just like a wasted opportunity, you know. There's so many other reactors out there who would have come with the receipts, with the facts, and had the opportunity to address Amber for the whole audience. But instead, she just came across as petty. She's coming across as petty, and that's not what she needs. And everyone's going to be like, "Oh yeah, she was just trolling her to wind her up, this, that, and the other." Like, fair enough, but also, like, even there's a way to go about that, isn't there? Like, there's a lot of ways to wind Amber up, and I think, I don't know, like, that was not the right choice. But that could have been deliberate on Keem's part, because I'm pretty sure he wants to make reaction channels look stupid for his audience and for Amber's new audience. So maybe he picked Milky for that reason. I know they had some kind of beef in the past because Milky stole like the t-shirt brand or something like that. I'm not sure, but there's definitely some animosity between Keem and Milky, and he made the right choice if that was what he wanted. I wonder if he'd even have, if that is the case, and I'm just like theorizing here, then I wonder if he'd even have someone like Charlie Gold or something like that. He wouldn't want her to be called out or whatever. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Okay.
I mean,
The drama.
I
I love it.
mean, shit. Okay. I mean, hey, fair enough. At least you're honest about it.
Okay, yeah.
Welcome to Banner.
$19.99. Milky actually sounds dumb as fuck. Accent and words. Smiley face emoji. She has nothing relevant to say. Bring up
I'm going
something
cross-eyed
new,
and
not
cross-eyed.
something everyone already knows about.
And I agree with that because, like, look, here's the deal. I'll be real with you, Milky. Like, a lot of people want the
Yeah, go
opportunity to talk about Amber Lynn Reed. Like, you know, she's on the
They
stream.
want
Anybody
that
can come
here.
talk to her. Like,
Super chatted $19.99. If Twinkie's nails are always tri-med like you claimed 2 secs ago, then show us them. We all see her under the table. It's funny
Okay.
how you say to her this is her stream yet who's getting trolled by their bosses. You're a cat
Listen.
killer. $99. Curdled milk needs to put other women down to feel good about herself, huh? Thoughtful face
I know.
emoji. Super chatted $19.99. Don't I like this Milky girl? She gives off major mean girl vibes in the worst ways possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Yeah,
if that was a
listen,
compliment, Milky. I'm gonna be honest.
Don't mind.
Now, let me ask
So-
you this, like,
Why
because
is Milky here?
look, I wanted people have wanted to see.
Scooter, I'm not fucking asking you. Milky, why are you here?
$20. Milky is the only sane and pretty one here.
Thank you.
Milky,
Keep
dude,
it
you
up,
looking
beautiful. Red heart emoji.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know nothing about this person. Keep that in mind. You know nothing about this person.
Yeah, they may have
So-
killed a cat for all I know.
My
cats are still alive.
For all I
My
know.
cats
So is
still
mine.
alive.
So is mine,
For all
you
I
dumb bitch.
know.
All
So
of
is
them?
mine.
So, like
All of
Amber
them?
Lynn asked, what
So,
made you want to come
know
up
that
here
cats-
tonight?
You know that cats go missing? Do you know that cats go missing? That's a thing that happens
Mine
millions.
Mine never did. So
I've
weird.
had
So
animals go-
stupid.
I've had
That's not a
animals
no.
go away.
I'm sorry, that's not a fair thing. Like I've had a cat get out. That shit happens. Like that's not fair to say
Yeah,
because
sure.
like I don't know like how long have you had cats? Have you had cats your entire life? Because like cats get out sometimes, and that's a
I
very
have.
traumatizing.
My cat lived
It's
to
very scary.
21.
Have you ever
My
had a
cat
cat
lived to
get
21.
out?
Yep, he was an outdoor cat.
And
lived
it's
to
very
21.
scary. You like
That's abusive.
Yeah,
Your
that's
cat to me is
abusive.
abusive.
It's not.
You gonna
Look,
leave your
look,
cat
look,
outside?
no, she's no. Hold on, hold on,
Oh
hold
my
on.
God, that's such
Hold on,
abuse,
sweetie, hold on. It's like she said. That's not abusive. That's a fucking honest mistake. Shit happens. These are wild.
Scooter.
These are animals.
Scooter.
No,
I
Amber
don't
Lynn,
think
I'm
it's
taking
I'm
your
just
side
saying.
here. What I'm
That
saying.
But if you're
outdoor-
taking her
Oh my
side,
God.
why is it in your song?
Well,
because they're fucking trolls,
That's a
bitch.
banger. I'm just being honest.
Oh, so that's
a banger.
okay. So they can be trolls, but no one else can be trolls.
This is my
Well, no,
show.
okay, hold on. This is two separate things because, like, dude, a cat gets out, that's one thing. A cat gets out, that's one thing. Like, that song's literally memeing on the fucking people that call her a cat killer. So I'm sorry, I don't believe that's true. I've never seen anything that says she's a cat
I have
killer.
a problem with this picture of the dog's claws. I have a real big.
And also, I want to remind you that this is just my opinions, not necessarily facts, but I think it's important that this information is heard. So, when someone aggressively grabs their own breast during an argument, it's a clear sign of unwanted touching and this behaviour is a form of PA and is always unacceptable. It's important to recognise that such actions are not a result of a person's choice, but rather a sign of a serious issue that requires immediate attention and support. And this is not the first time I've seen her do that either. So it is slightly alarming that that's the action she's chosen to do in this particular scenario. But yeah, let me know what you guys, like I said, this is completely opinion. I cannot diagnose this. I'm just reading what you're reading here. But what do you guys think of that? It's also very clear, especially watching the LCU stuff, that she likes to talk about people's genitalia in very derogatory ways, especially women's genitalia. So we're going to look into that a little bit now. In sum, using someone's genitalia as a point of attack in an argument signals immaturity, a lack of rational engagement, often a desire to dominate or belittle. Such behaviour is more reflective of the speaker's psychological and emotional limitations than any legitimate criticism of the other person. It's important for recipients of such behaviour to recognise it as an A or manipulative discourse, maintain boundaries, and when possible, disengage or respond assertively without internalising the personal attack. So yeah, we talked about self-awareness earlier. If you obviously this isn't a very nice thing, but in this particular situation, take the control back and walk away from the situation. And if they say why, just be like, if you're going to speak to me like that, I'm going. Like, I need some space. And it's very important to remember your own mental health in this situation. Believe me, there are no excuses for this behaviour. I do try and remember with Amber her upbringing and who's been around her, and obviously her parents can be quite aloof with her, and she doesn't really have any friends or anyone around her. There were no long-term friends there or anything like that. And growing up in the foster care system, I imagine, can be quite difficult as well. So having that kind of social isolation can affect your brain at a very young age and how you interact with people. So we're going to have a look into that a little bit, just because I do like to play the devil's advocate, and not that I'm condoning FA or any of this, because she should be addressing this herself. Like she says, she's 35 years old. She needs to learn what's acceptable and what isn't, and that's her responsibility. But it is interesting to look at how such situations can affect the brain in certain ways. Like I was adopted when I was a baby, and when I got to my late teens, I went into the something called Young Devon, which is like supported living, because I was having problems with my family. And it was very difficult for me finding out I was adopted, and I can imagine going into foster care is quite a similar thing. So maybe I just empathise with that aspect. But anyway, we're going to look into it a little bit now. How isolation alters cognitive function and mood. Chronic isolation measurably reshapes the brain, triggering a response similar to survival threat. The stress of disconnection activates the same neutral pathways as physical pain and accelerates cognitive decline. This sustained stress makes it harder for the brain to regulate emotions and think clearly. The neurological impact includes reduced volume in regions like the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus, which control memory and executive function, This atrophy is associated with impaired executive function, memory loss, and difficulty focusing attention. Isolation heightens the risk of major depressive disorder and anxiety, creating a cycle where mood disorders deepen in isolation. Disconnection can lead to constant vigilance and rumination, and emotional regulation falters without social support. So, yeah, if you don't have the social network around you, you don't know how to regulate your emotions in those environments. And now Amber's doing every single day, pretty much. I think it's just very overwhelming. Let me know what you guys think about that.
Dumb, bitch.
Okay.
You can tell the dog is pushing down, and when the dog or cat push down, their claws kind of extend a little bit farther than what they
I've
should.
got about 4 photos just like that where the dog's not doing that, but that's fine. Sure.
Okay.
One thing I can say, 100% truth. I would never hurt another animal. I would never neglect another animal.
You'd never hurt another animal, so you've already hurt an animal in the past then.
We discussed this in my previous video, the Freudian slip. If you missed that, please go and watch my previous video on this. It's very interesting.
You're not from my country, so maybe you don't understand language, but that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
And 14 super chatted $20. I think it's crazy how Amber cut her off every time she tried to talk. Seems kind of defensive to me and trying to hide the possible truth. Come out. 1,180 super chatted $19.99. Go Milky go. Speak facts.
You got
Amber.
All right.
You got some fans. So Dizzy,
give
welcome
her
to
the
Bannerwell.
floor.
30 more members and I'll free the grave, guys.
What? Okay.
So, okay, let me ask you this.
Your facts.
This thing that
Well,
Amber
can I
Lynn
just
asked
go back to the
earlier.
point where she said she'd never abuse another animal, assuming
She
that
was
meant she
considering
abused
herself
another
an animal, I think.
No.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Because we are animals.
Is that what you meant?
I mean,
That's what
no,
I was
it wasn't, but sure.
taking from it.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. Let me ask
People
you
are
this.
like,
Another animal.
What made you want to come up here tonight?
Another
Like, what
animal.
specific...
Per chatted $19.99. Why is the past relevant for you to use as an excuse, but when people bring up your past then we need to let it go, and it was years ago. Your abuse and neglect
covered
was
it.
years ago, so stop bringing it up then.
Well, I
it's
mean...
pretty simple. Because the shit that I went through in my life has nothing to do with any of you.
I mean, to be fair, she is right. It's got nothing to do with us at all. But it is on the internet, so we do talk about it. But I think some reaction channels have made a lot of it much worse than it needs to be, and are making things that don't matter like totally relevant, like her wiping and how she washes and stuff like that. Like, I really couldn't care less about that. I think most normal people don't care about that either. It's just so weird to fixate on something like that with anybody, let alone like somebody on the internet. So yeah, I totally get that. Like how she does her personal care, like how her mental health is and things like that, unless her channel is about that for whatever reason. And even then, she doesn't have to tell everybody anything. None of us have to tell anybody anything if we don't want to. Like, it's not when she's not obligated to tell us anything about her life, but she did it because she enjoyed letting people know about her life, right? So yeah, I do kind of agree with that statement.
I really think that Scooter needs to
Amber
be abused.
is fat.
This is ridiculous. I'm being abused right now. This is abusive.
Kill the cat.
I'm like serious.
That chance of Benton
This is abusive.
4,745.
So if you didn't click that, she just said Scooter needs to be abused right now because she feels the situation is that. And that is disgusting for anybody to say that, especially someone who claims that that's happened to them. Like, how many people who have been through something like that would go around and say, I hope you need that to happen to you right now? That is like probably one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. And she's not really making a very good statement there at all. Like, she's coming across how we all think of her anyway. And it's just wild to me that she had the audacity to even say that to another human being. Like, that's truly disgusting.
Did you just say
So
you
one
think I
thing
should be
about me-
abused?
Because I'm being abused by you, by Milky, by Sweet Tea, by Keen, by your mama. Fuck all of you. Listen, I'm not going to wake my precious dog for your guys' crazy enjoyment. Point blank, period.
I bet.
Look,
I figured.
No, here's what I will say
Like
is
a bad environment right here. This looks like a bad environment for that dog, just from what we can see of this apartment.
Yes.
It does.
what okay,
Yes.
what
way?
looks bad? Yeah.
What way, you dumb bitch?
Because I don't think someone who can barely wipe herself can look after a pet.
That was years ago.
I want to
Doesn't
know
matter.
what. Hold on. I want to know, what do I do now? That means I'm not taking care of my pet. They all have their rabies
There's
shot.
a photo.
They get from when I was at my heaviest. Are you fucking dumb?
There was
I don't think there's a time limit on how, like, well, you treat animals. Like, you don't get a gold star for treating your pet like you're supposed to, I don't think. But yeah, like, she's not really getting a point across here either. Like, she might be doing it now, but that doesn't mean she's always had their interests at heart. And if that's the case, then she shouldn't have them at all. And we have seen in the past and heard on here that she'd never hurt another animal. So there's a lot to be said there. Like, read between the lines, if you will. Yeah, she's an enigma, isn't she? Like, there's a lot to ponder there with Amber Lynn, I think. And yeah, I think sometimes we also have to remember that we do not see her 24 hours a day. We see her for the couple of hours she's on here and the odd hour she came on her live on her own channel and in the blogs, really. Like, so the rest of the time we don't know what she's like or what's going on. All you can do is speculate. Like, I guess it's the same with anybody. Like, you don't know how someone is every hour of every day. But I feel like we're going to see a lot worse before it gets a lot better from Amber, especially if they do get some other reactor on there. It would be so interesting to see if that happens. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.
Super chatted $20. Who's the baddie in the corner? Came here looking to bully the vile-looking whale but found love instead. Baby girl, how are you? Ooh. Classic lazy Lynn outfit, just saying.
Yeah, we got a lot of gooners in the LCB.
So if Milky's not going to say anything with substance, she can leave.
I mean, I'm trying, but you keep opening your mouth, and it's really hard.
Because the things you are saying
Okay.
is old, bitch. I'm talking years and years and years.
Well, let's go to the current.
Years ago.
Let's go to the current moment.
I've got a
What is
genuine
it?
question.
I don't give a fuck what I did years ago. Yep. That also says all you really need to know about how she feels about what she's done in the past. So interesting.
2V super chatted $20. Thank you, Milky, for saying my name. It means a lot to
You're
me.
welcome, Jade.
Sparkling heart emoji, purple heart emoji. Amber doesn't want to acknowledge me and calls me weird fake names like Alex.
And didn't
Would love
Emily
if
say
you
you
said
abuse
my
your
name.
pets?
Every time I talk on here, people
Never
ignore
said
me.
that.
You let them
That's
kick
what
you
I said.
over.
Batted $26.84. I'm tempted to neglect my pets to get attention from those Milkies and a flood of hate donos.
For real. Listen.
So, if either Emily's a liar, or Emily said that you let your dogs and your cats shit and piss
Okay,
all over
I
her
have a
house.
question for you.
I would love you to answer
Why
first,
do you
though.
choose?
So,
What does it mean when someone won't answer questions during an argument? When someone avoids answering questions during an argument, it indicates several things. Evasiveness, the person may be trying to avoid a difficult topic. Fear of conflict. Projection, the person may be using projection as an attribute. To attribute their own negative qualities to others, avoiding responsibility. Manipulation, they might be trying to manipulate the conversation, or maintain control over the situation. Personal boundaries, the person may be uncomfortable sharing personal information. So I think in this case, but this is my own opinion, it is a sign of manipulation and also projection, because she's around a group of people, new people that she wants them to see her in the best possible light, right? So how better to do that than to make the other person look stupid? And I genuinely believe Amber in this moment believes Milky is stupid, and that's why she's talking to her like she's stupid. And this is all just some manipulative mind games for Amber. But yeah, I'm interested to know what you think about that. That is all just my opinion, but it's almost like it's too easy because Milky is not assertive enough for Amber. That makes sense.
So Emily said,
Speak
so either
about
Emily's
One at
a
a
someone
time,
where
liar,
I
guys.
said
One at a
do
time.
not speak about them.
either Emily's a liar,
I
or
told you
you
not
let
to
your pet
speak.
shit over her house.
I told you not to speak about her.
I didn't listen. So
That's
either
why I am
Okay,
purposely
no.
not responding.
Yeah, no, look,
because
there
I'm
are
right.
boundaries here. We're not going to talk about fucking an active relationship. I'm sorry, like, look, there's legitimate things
Sorry.
hit her on. Like, I feel
That's
like
fair, but I'm gonna say it. So
I feel like getting into an
her
active
loved
relationship
one,
is crossing a boundary. So, like, we're not going to do that. I'm sorry. I
but
apologize.
her loved one said she abused for animals. That's all I'm saying. Her
No,
her
they
current
didn't.
loved one said it.
No, they
Shattered
didn't.
$19.99.
Bitch, I bet you have
Amber's the
so much
one
fucking dirt about you,
WHO
but
put
you're just
her
lucky it's
abuse
not on the
online.
internet.
Yeah, tons.
She invited
so much.
everyone
So
to
we
know
can
her
go back to
business.
that
Therefore,
8-year-old
Amber sits on
photo
the
when
floor
I
and
could
stand
not
without
do
help.
anything for
Emily
myself.
and I agreed
And
on
now
this
So that's
someone
okay
topic.
then.
P.S.
Now
Waddling
someone
ISMT war shattered
never said it was okay.
$19.99.
You're not
Tan is
listening.
awake.
I have
Let's see
learned.
the nails.
But here, Milky's not letting her get away with not answering the questions, so now Amber's resorting to intimidation. So the way she's trying to do it is like, it's almost like a threat. It's like, you keep talking about this, you know, there's probably stuff about you that I'm going to find out to try and make Milky stop. I mean, I don't know Milky. There could be, Elizabeth. I'd like to think that there probably isn't anything as bad as the things Amber's said and done on the internet, but like, Amber will try anything at this point to get her to stop talking to her.
7 super shattered $20. Scooter, can you get rid of the 1000 LB's sister and replace her with Milky full time? Viewership on the bus
They
will
wouldn't get
triple.
views.
Amber, did you
Did
flip a
it-
I
coin
wouldn't wear a
between
pig mask on
rarity and
camera.
wasabi when you played
They wouldn't
Tuesday?
get-
Or super shattered $19.99. This baddie looks like Halsey. Sweet tea,
Thank
are you
you.
trying to be a donkey? Not sure what your makeup is supposed to be?
A lot of people liked my makeup.
Did she?
though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think Sweet Tea fucking killed her cosplay. And I also agree.
Yes.
Fucking dude.
I filled it
Milky's
in
a
with
whole
yellow.
vibe.
So I'm just
Thank
gonna
you.
say that I ate too many waffles and it got all over my face. Because Donkey likes waffles.
Fair
So
enough.
love that.
you were talking earlier about how you're allowed to talk about your abuse because it's your story, right?
They
Right.
talk about their abuse
So-
all day. Did she take
Well,
them
if you
down?
let me finish. So
Restrict
Amber
them?
can talk about her abuse because it's her story, but Beck can't talk about her abuse even though it's her story.
Did.
So
She didn't talk
you're
about it.
misgendering. First of all, you're misgendering.
I said Beck.
Oh.
I said
You
Beck.
said her 3 times.
They.
So, they can say whatever they want. I'm just
4 super shattered $19.99. Did you stain your girlfriend's counter?
so back to what we were saying. What were you asking me?
I was asking, why is it
You're
okay
so
for you to?
ableist. It's kind of
Why
cute.
is it- I'm only cunt ableist. I don't like cunts. So I was just saying,
So
why
you
is it okay for you to?
yourself.
Why is it? Oh, you got me. Why is it okay for you to share your abuse story, but Beck can't?
Okay, so like I've said, Beck can say whatever they want, but I'm here to say what's
Beck
true.
can say whatever they want, right?
I've already said that
Did.
100 times over.
Perfect.
Or they
Perfect, thank
did.
you.
But what
Thank
I'm
you,
here to do is I'm here to clarify
Perfect.
what is exaggerated, what is truth, and what is lies. Beck is not 100% good, and that's
Never
where
said they
you-
were. I don't like Beck. I don't like Beck. I never said they
Now,
were.
why do you believe every word they say?
Why do you
I don't
not
believe
like
every word they
that?
say.
You do.
I don't know them. I don't care.
You obviously
Amber
you're,
is-
new.
The time where she compared PDFS and gay love.
You're new here. I've already talked about it. Literally on.
Oh,
this
she's
live
talked about
stream.
it. It's okay. She's talked
Literally,
about
I
it.
think
It's
it was-
fine.
What
Well,
else do
okay.
you want from her?
I think it was the
She
first
talked
live stream
about
I
it.
did.
Well,
that
yeah,
I
no,
talked
like
about it.
She talked about
like
it.
Milky, we've already established
fine.
like people can like
Oh yeah, no,
make-
we've established it. It's fine.
yeah, and
Well, but Milky,
Yeah.
Milky.
Yes.
Imagine you did something. That what they just mentioned actually was when I was 21. I'm 35 now. Okay.
Mhm.
So imagine you did something 14 years ago and
Mhm.
you've already learned from it. You think it wasn't a good joke, it wasn't a good
How did you
edgy
learn
thing to
from
say.
it? What did
Can
you?
you
How
let
did
me
you learn from
fucking
let her
it?
finish. Let her.
Okay, so back and forward name calling with Amber Lynn again. You lost the round. I'm really sorry you did, Milky, because if you're going to get the same level of pay, then you're going to expect that level back. She's not going to take you seriously, and that's just how it is, unfortunately, with people like Amber.
At
I
least
do have
she's
other
finally in
questions,
a
but you don't
fitting
really let me say
relationship.
them.
Neither
Well-
of you two are victims.
You
Heart
need to-
exclamation emoji. Oh super shattered $20. Hi, I'm Ben. I made an edit of you, and I really want to share it with you. It's not mean.
Dude,
Send it to
I think I'm drunk.
Twitter or
Yeah, come drop
somebody
in the
on
Discord.
Discord.
Now, Milky, here's what I'm gonna say: is you gotta let her finish as well, because like she was trying to finish her response to what you
Okay,
asked
I'll let
before,
her finish.
and I mean she got cut off with the dono.
What
as
was the
well,
thing? Oh, okay. So something I said when I was 21, literally so young. The reaction channels love to say that 21 is a child, so we're gonna keep it there. I'm a 35-year-old woman now. I don't say edgy things like that anymore at all in any sort of way. I would never say it for attention or not attention. I don't give a fuck. So, say you did something 14 years ago and you've talked about it, learned about it so many times where you completely are like disassociated from the person you used to be, but people keep bringing it up. Like literally ad nauseum, constant, over and over. You would go insane. It's your own personal
I'd get
health.
offline. I'd get offline.
You're a dumb cunt. That means
Yeah,
you're not
really.
strong.
No,
The difference between me and you, the
No, I'd
difference
get
between
offline.
me and you just showed it. I'm a strong fucking bitch, and
yeah, no,
You're
like
still
look,
crying about it.
people can make mistakes in their
If I
past
can
and grow
handle
from
it,
them,
I'd get
become
offline.
stronger, and stay online. Like I mean, this is her
I
career.
wouldn't
Like you know,
though.
she's a
If
YouTuber.
I
What
Like,
really couldn't handle
You're
it,
saying it's better to
well,
get offline
she
and,
clearly
and
can handle it though,
run
because
from
she's
for my
here
own
right
mental
now.
health,
people?
yeah.
But she
From
can
people
my
handle
mental
it.
and
Hold
physical
on, hold on,
trying to
hold on.
hold her
Everybody just
accountable.
pause. She obviously can't handle it because she's up here answering your questions. So you're like saying, "Oh, well, she can't
Every
handle it." She's
day.
right here.
Well, I just put my physical mental health first. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's different.
That's
Some
what
of
I
us
would
are
do.
fucking
You-
crazy.
Yeah, everyone's. People don't put it
I
first. You're
want
so right.
people who dedicate themselves to one person or two people, they're not happy individuals.
I'm
at all.
definitely. I'm miserable. I'm miserable.
I can see it, honey.
I am.
You worry
I am.
too much about me
I
and too much
do.
about Feudy. Start worrying
Uh-huh.
about yourself.
So why should I believe you when you're a lone liar?
So what that is a bunch of rumors.
Okay, how
it
about
is
the fact
literally-
from your mouth? How about proof of your lies? You did hundreds of vlogs in 2019 saying that you never. That I just got out of the shower. Here's me out of the shower. And then years
So
later
we're
said
going.
you.
We're
And then
Let her
years
finish, let
later,
her finish.
years later, let me finish. Years later, you said you didn't shower for the entirety of 2019. Does that not make you a liar? Yes or no?
I do feel there are a lot more recent lies that she's told, especially, you know, around her living situation, her relationship with her mum, and obviously the Emily situation that could be more relevant to now. That was just like such a random thing to pick out, in my opinion. Yeah, there's just a lot of better things to talk about.
Ria has spoken, super chatted $20. What has Amber done to change? She didn't just
Great
wish
question.
cancer on Boogie, she wished cancer on a donor on this show by telling them she wished they were a Raglan bleed, which was a symptom of her
come
cancer.
on.
She's an incel as well.
Sure.
so does this stem from fat phobia? You just don't like fat people? Because why is it me and Feudy
No,
Beauty?
she likes the money.
and
She
not
gets
So
everyone
I-
else?
Berlin.
So me is fat phobic, but then playing a song calling you fat isn't fat phobic.
I'm just
No,
wondering,
dude,
why
let's
do you
not
only
do the
react
fat
to
phobic.
two
But
No,
fat
is their
people?
song fat
She
phobic?
calls
It's
everything
the song
fat
that
I
phobic.
asked you a
Let's not
question,
get
so you're
let's
gonna
not get caught
answer
up on
it with a
that.
question.
So,
She
and then you
calls-
can answer mine. What was your question?
I'm asking you, why is it only me and Feudy Beauty, which is two fat people? Current girlfriend, you ain't gonna get in the middle of that. So that's
I don't
want to
get fucked.
and
Me,
I
I don't get
stand
in the
by
middle.
that.
You end up dead. You end up dead when you get in the middle.
Oh,
I'm
come
okay.
on. Let's not do that.
See, that's what we mean. You believe rumors. You know nothing
I believe
about what
pictures
happens.
See,
of her wearing
I
her
don't care
girlfriend like a
about her
basket.
health.
See,
You
there's a
don't need a
difference
picture
between
to know what happened.
there's a difference between like
man.
throwing baseless insults and asking questions. Like I'm all here for you throwing.
I asked a
asking
question. She won't answer my
Okay, so I
question.
re-asked the
She won't
question.
answer my
It got
question.
cut off by the dono. So like you know,
Sure. You go on and on in your vlogs and your live streams. I'm not a liar. Prove to me I'm a liar. We've got
yeah.
proof.
Okay.
Hold on, let her finish.
I remember the question.
Okay.
I remember the question. It was from 2019.
No,
Alright,
let
so
me
I have a
rephrase the
complete
question
answer.
because you're gonna say it was in the past.
Bitch, no.
It doesn't
I don't know
matter. My
that.
Bitch,
point
no.
is,
I'm gonna fucking answer what you asked. Don't
Okay,
rephrase
go on
it. I'm gonna answer what you asked.
Okay.
2019, I don't think a lot of people would admit that they're immobile. And I had every
Okay.
right not to share that. Every
Okay.
right. Again, 7 years ago. Next.
But you lied. Yes.
Next.
But you lied. Yes.
Well,
Okay, so when I admitted
But you lied,
that I
yeah.
lied about that, about
So
my
you
immobility,
lied.
because that's no one's business.
So
That's
you're a liar.
nobody's.
let her
Oh my
finish.
God.
Let her finish. Come on, let's let her finish.
So you think in black and white. You don't think in gray areas.
No, I just think.
But yeah, I think when reaction channels go after her when she was genuinely very poorly and had that hysterectomy, I think that should be completely off limits. Shouldn't talk about her mobility, how she was feeling, or how she looked after herself. Like, nobody wants to talk about that. Like, Amber is right, sorry to say it, but she is in this scenario. Nobody wants to talk about that or admit that they can't move. So, yeah, I think anyone who brings up that particular era in her life should, it's just, like, for me, it's just, it gives me a horrible feeling, and it's not cool. And I believe that's when Michael B. Pay stopped reacting to Amber because of her illness and her recovery, because it was off limits. So I think that says a lot, to be honest. I think that says a lot about his character in this situation, and that's how it should be, in my opinion. Disarming during an argument. Disarming during an argument involves using phrases that can shift the focus from who's right and who's listening. Here are some phrases that can help disarm an argument. I respect your perspective. This phrase shows empathy and can lower tensions. Let's take a step back. This gives everyone a chance to cool off and refocus. I value our relationship more than this disagreement. Have you considered? This opens up the door for collaboration. I might be wrong, but this shows humility and invites constructive dialogue. These stages can help create space for clarity and mutual respect, making it easier for both sides to feel heard. Again, self-awareness is involved in all of those tactics to disarm that kind of debate situation, if for some reason you get into that. I would also like to share with you my favourite quote from Alan Watts, the philosopher. Don't worry, I don't have a philosophy degree, I just like this quote. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Now, that I love that sentiment, and like when I feel myself getting angry or agitated in a situation, this pops into my head, and it just means, like, if you walk away, the water will clear and you can go back and refocus on what you need to do. I also like the one that says, if you take oxygen away from the fire, there's no fire. So these two are kind of like the quotes I like to live my life by. It's taken me a lot to get to that point, I'm not going to lie. I used to be quite a, not aggressive, like angry. I was quite an angry teenager. Not in like a physical way, just like a lot of hurt and things I've been through, and I didn't know how to deal with those emotions. So I had to learn a lot how to process my own emotions. And then, yeah, these two quotes are quotes that I live by now. Thank you for joining me for this. I really appreciate it. I hope I could help in some way. Like I say, these are all my own opinions, and take of it what you will or what you won't. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next one very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.